When the specialist of the strange meets the age of darkness, eyes of the sky will stare upon the middle of the sky. And ponder the insanity that comes with their adventure. Welcome to the Golden Bonkers.
Hey guys, and
what is up?
Welcome to another Wednesday of amazing fun we're going to have with Dakota. Do you know, during the live, guys, I was being my usual self and I was flapping my hands about and I went like oh god, guys, you can't make this stuff out. Will we give it 5 minutes, Dakota, and let the chat fill up?
Of course.
No. While Dakota works on something secret behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm. Yes, last minute developments that are worth mentioning. Well, last minute for us, but the footage has apparently been out for about a year now.
Yeah,
it heavily pertains to what we've been working on.
Yeah, it's actually quite interesting, isn't it? I mean, the satellite pictures that you guys are going to see shortly is shocking. I would just like to say thank you to Drew's Paranormal Vlog in the chat for sharing us out.
Yes,
thank you, Drew.
Of course, to all who share us out.
That's right.
It's kind of dead tonight, isn't it?
It is kind of dead tonight, but I think it's just one of those nights because it's Thanksgiving tomorrow, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
And
North Americans are going to get even fatter tomorrow.
A lot of our subscribers are American, so I think they'll be getting ready. The thanks, and they'll be cooking the big juicy turkeys and
the
big tasty. Because you'll be looking forward to that. Dakota's sitting down to a big juicy meal.
Oh, hey, I actually just talked to my grandmother. She's not going to force us into a total. She actually has a real bird.
Yeah, a real
25-pound bird. Ready.
A real bird. Can I ask you something? How do you cook your turkeys out there? Because I've seen a lot of videos online where they deep fry the turkeys out the back, actually, in their back garden.
Well, yeah, because if you make one move, you can actually blow the thing up. You can't actually injure yourself.
There's Drew saying that Uncle Danny was live, so everyone will be grabbing a drink and so it's no bother. We'll be here. I know, I tell you that. Well, at least my Scottish accent, some people can't understand it, but thankfully we've got Drew's Paranormal Vlog in the chat here to translate, you know?
Yeah, I know. It's still taking me a little bit to understand what the fuck
what do you mean?
Most of the time.
For everybody in the radio world that's listening to this upload now, you know I've got the best accent. See, but that's the thing, you know.
Understand me.
Oh, hello. See? I know, we're mad guys.
All night long.
See, that's the amazingness, you know. Of course, I've been banned, guys, from eating sweets on the show. Can you believe that?
Because it sounds like you're sucking on something.
Well, guys, you all know me. I like candy, right? I'm eating a sweetie right now, but I have to be very quiet with it in case I get a row from my co-host. You know, I've ordered a large bag of Jolly Ranchers. I will say this, Jolly Ranchers factory, if you're watching me right now, who makes Jolly Ranchers out of curiosity? Is it a certain firm?
I don't remember who it is.
Well, whoever you are, if you're watching this right now, I'll take sponsorship, you know, for your Jolly Ranchers. Who's in the chat? Well, we've got somebody new in the chat there. Heidi. Hello. Let me bring up this new person. Here we go. Hello! That's for Scotland, by the way. We're mad.
Yeah, they are.
But, you know, what do you mean we are? You were the one that came to Scotland and went to Loch Ness. You notice that? No, honestly guys. See, you ever notice the Americans, they can't pronounce Scotland correctly? We say Scotland. And the Americans, I'm sorry here, but why do you go Scotland?
Because we're Americans and we're fucking lazy. Trust me.
But I'm just telling you, he actually has been to Loch Ness. See when you say Loch Ness, you've got to go as if you're bringing up phlegm, you know.
I was about to say, sound like you're trying to pronounce it in Arabic.
Dear God, Drew's paranormal log in the chat. What's that? Shared out the family chat. The troops will be in just now. Yay!
Yes.
Don't worry about me, guys.
Very interesting things tonight. We have some UFO related stuff, and we do have another little surprise.
Yep. Paranormal World Investigators. Welcome. There you go.
Yes.
Is that mere professional? That kind of thing, you know.
What do you think with the situation that we had before we went live?
What's that?
I think Sherry's attendance is being requested.
Aye? Yeah?
What was it?
See, there's Drew's paranormal log there. See?
Oh,
come on, say Loch Ness for us. Come on.
Loch Ness.
No. Say Loch Ness. Just ignore me, guys. I went mad.
You want me to sound like a typical American? Okay, we'll go with typical American. Loch Ness. Oh my God, we are over here in Loch Ness. That better for you?
There you go, guys. That's what I'm talking about. I meet a lot of Americans quite regularly, actually. Very nice people.
Yeah, when you're not blowing them up on GTA and nerd.
Look, yes, I play the Xbox. I know. I play the Xbox, guys. But so does someone else.
Okay, you're just jealous because I have a Series X.
That's very true, but I can't seem to find one anywhere to buy one. So. Well,
they're actually getting ready to put out another model here soon, actually, from what I hear.
Are they? No.
Yeah.
By the time it comes out here, the new model will be out. What's that in the chat? Drew's Paranormal Vlog. Hey, Heidi, welcome to the mad world. Well, Heidi, welcome to a mad world. Tonight, you're going to see things that you've never seen before.
Mm-hmm.
There's Paranormal World Investigators. Hello. So, guys, we'll just give it a couple more minutes because we've got a couple of announcements to make tonight, actually. Haven't we, Dakota?
That we do.
Strange, important things. Shows that are coming soon.
Yes.
To the network. We can tell them now if you want. We can tell them a wee bit now and then tell the rest after.
Yes, we do have... yes, Sherry, I've been seeing your messages. There's something else I'm working on top of it. Oh, should we? We should probably announce that. By the way.
Listen, on you go. You managed to set it up. Tell everyone.
I was talking about us popping up to be interviewed by Sherry.
Oh, right. I thought you were talking about this.
No, let's build it up. Let's build it up.
Build it.
She's here
from beyond the veil.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
We've went mad tonight, Sherry. I just wanted to tell you all about that. You know?
Ooh. I tell her that the ETs requested her, and look how much she dolled up.
Yes, they were wanting you, Sherry.
Well, if they're going to take me, they're taking me in style, literally.
Yeah.
Native rocking, hey?
Hey, Scottish Outlookers in the chat there, you know? Oh, dear God. So, Sherry, what's happening on Friday night? Do tell the audience.
Well, I've got these two lovely gentlemen coming up for a interview / whatever's going to happen, UFO sort of way, because we don't really know what's going to happen. They kind of just turn up whenever you don't expect it. So there could be some very interesting stuff that might happen. But I would like to interview you both, get to the bottom of you both and how you've got into ufology and get you out there that way. Help you to maybe get some more numbers.
Oh, yes.
You're in for
Doing
a
it
treat.
the Cherry way.
Yeah. You're in for a treat tonight.
Well, I'm sorry, but if you guys are going to keep getting me up here and getting me to be the centre of a picture, I've got to do it for you two as well.
I know, but, you know, but the mad UFO guys on the, what do you call it, the internet, what more could you want?
Exactly. So I wanted to, like, everyone was going, what, you're bringing all the other people up with them? I said, no, it's just going to be specifically for just Chris and Dakota.
Yeah.
And then the one on Christmas will be all of us and a few others that have actually had some UFO experiences.
Right.
So I think that would be very interesting.
Right. Very interesting. We have a very important guest, but we'll have to do a pre-recorded show.
I've got another... I've been getting lots of stuff. I haven't sent it to you yet because they're still coming with it all.
Oh my good God. Look at that.
There's another symbol.
The joys.
More fucking clues. They
Yeah.
just won't come out and just
Ladies and gentlemen, in the radio world, we're getting showed a diagram by Paranormal World Sherry. But I just like to, but if you want to see it, check out our channel and check out obviously our channel too.
Yeah, definitely, because it's on their channel.
Yeah.
But I have got a lot of stuff. I've sent you that code and stuff, but there's been loads of writing stuff because I've been talking directly to my guy. I asked him why he took me over on that night. He's told me a few bits about that, so I've got quite a lot of stuff.
Wait till you hear who we have got for.
Well, I am rather intrigued when Dakota said the ETs requested you, so I was like, oh, really?
Oh, yes.
Better get ready then.
Oh,
Give me a couple minutes to get
yes, they did.
Literally, it was like makeup really quick, lipstick, like
literally, just before we went on, they said something about what you're getting. It's supposed to help me figure out what's going on. And once again, he's just the flesh telephone. That just sounds dirty.
That did actually sound wrong. I want to say
so
that
really, I'm the guinea pig to the aliens, right? Because I've got an ability.
We all are at this point.
I'm a cheap iPhone.
You're a cheap iPhone, then.
So Dakota, would you like to tell everybody about our special guest that we have, but we'll have to do a pre-recorded show because she's...
Yes, because she's a particularly busy lady. Those of you who follow UFO circles, we actually have Christina Gomez going to be popping on an future episode. Yes, I was quite surprised when she said yes to coming on.
Yeah, so was I. I mean, our co-host is one of the Coast to Coast AM radio hosts. She's
Julie Elizondo. She knows all the big names when it comes to the UFO field. We do have also one other guest that might be of some interest, more in the cryptid area.
Yes. Who's that?
Is it me, or is the cameras looking really blotchy?
Blotchy?
Like when I'm looking at you guys, you look like you're sitting behind glass, the same as I do.
Well, there's glass on the lens for the camera.
No, I know that. I mean, you look like you're in the bloody top. There you go.
I think it's to do more with the night. I don't know. It's maybe StreamYard. You know what they're like.
I know. It's just random.
It's just really a StreamYard, you know.
Not cheap.
What's that? Drew's paranormal vlog. Whoa, even I knew who she was. Oh, aliens are like. I think Drew deserves a gold medal. What's
Ladies and gentlemen, that's why we do the podcast. I'm in the shower. Whoa! Now we're getting taken down. I'm not in the shower, I'm joking. It's what it looks like, you know, like when the glass fogs up.
Oh, it's steamy, you know. But, so, Dakota. So, tonight, we're going to be discussing some amazing, interesting facts about UFOs. We've actually got some pictures here, Sherry, that we're going to show shortly.
I'm sorry,
but,
really
you were requested from beyond, so... See, this is what I mean, you can't plan this stuff.
This is why we have to do the podcast, but you got to come to the live show. It's a lot more fun.
Yeah.
Oh, yes! A clearer picture. That's better.
Oh, just look at it. It looks like HD now. Oh, you might have a wee white paper out there.
Maybe we're not here, guys. Maybe we are actually in the other dimension. We just don't realise it yet.
We're in the third dimension.
Yes.
Yes.
So, Dakota?
There has been a lot of chatter in the UFO world.
Oh, yeah.
Lately.
Yeah.
The Pentagon is once again reviving their own UFO task force. There's official studies coming out saying that there may be humans all over the universe.
Yeah.
But some of you who are with us for the Elena Dana, when we came on, even she was saying the sequence of DNA we know is human did not originate in this galaxy.
No.
I
mean, that's scientists that are coming out and saying that. I mean, top scientists that are actually now saying that. I mean, as if there's a big reveal coming. I think there is a big reveal coming.
And it may not be related, but maybe you two being from the UK can explain this. That the UK officially labeled squid and octopus as sentient beings now.
I don't know if the Japanese are going to be saying that.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
I don't know. I just think that squid and octopus are just squid and octopus. I don't really give them anything else. I don't think that they're of an alien form. I just think there's something that...
Well, there's bits about octopus DNA that no one knows where it came from, so...
Oh, but they said that about mushrooms, too.
You don't know.
Anything's possible.
But they said that about mushrooms, too, didn't they? Mushrooms are not from this earth, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, there will be things in the sea, like dolphins. Sea dolphins, I think they are sentient beings. I think they are highly intelligent.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dolphins definitely are. They are something different, something else, definitely.
I think there's something... See, we don't know what's in our oceans. We don't know what's... You look at the Mariana Trench. How deep is that? What is it? 6, 7 miles deep? 8?
There's
parts where it's still... They don't know exactly the full extent, so you never know.
There's loads of areas of the ocean that's never been touched. You know what I mean? So
it's I mean, you think of what could be hidden below the oceans. You think of the alien bases that could be underneath there.
You just imagine how epic that would be, because they would be huge.
Oh my god!
That'd be so cool.
Well, actually. Talking about huge, we've got some pictures for you guys tonight, and it was caught in a satellite. What satellite was it? It was, please.
These particular satellites were meant to help monitor solar flare activity. It's specialized infrared cameras. And this is directly from a NASA feed.
Yes.
So, should I just bring it up, see if people catch on to what we're talking about?
Yeah.
All right. Mm-hmm. All right. Here's the unedited photo. So, you look up in the upper left-hand part. That's Earth.
Yeah.
And if you look towards the right, It's an interesting little formation there.
Are you on about that circle with the weird black bits in it?
Yeah.
That is very bizarre.
It's... You imagine how big that is, right?
I mean, it may be just a trick of perspective, but that dot that's at the left, that's Earth. Mm-hmm. This thing could easily be the size or bigger than our planet.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And it just sped through our solar system. A lot of people are comparing it to Ezekiel wheels, the interlocking wheels, which is also a formation, one of the true forms of certain types of angels as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
this was taken last year.
Yes.
What's the little light things that are in it? Can you see those like little white round circles that are like over the screen?
The little lights.
They look like a star system. Like you've got.
You're not
going to see. There's like little white dots. Like.
Sherry, this camera's pointing directly at the sun.
Yes, this is a satellite.
Right, okay, so it's not going to be. Yeah.
The entire background is the sun.
Yeah. You got to remember these are here to monitor the sun, right? And that passed by the sun, right? It's weird how humans wouldn't see that because it would be bigger than Earth. They think, because I was reading the article on this and I watched the guy's video that actually did this, they actually think if it's next to the Earth it would be nearly a slightly bigger than the Earth in size.
It does look a bit like an alien, it does, but it's really bizarre when you look at the picture itself though. Like, even though that's the sun, it's pointing at the sun, look at all the weird picturing and shapes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're definitely going to try to get a hold of the video because this is directly from NASA feeds. And as soon as they realize, oh wait, something's showing up on the camera, as usual,
they
NASA
dropped it.
The feed.
No. It's always the same. It's for the International Space Station. You ever watched the live Space Station video? When you see something coming up, right. When it's live, you see something coming out, and the camera goes off.
It does. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It happens quite a lot, actually. Done it like on off.
And it's just spiking like crazy these last few weeks.
Yeah, I'm just reading Drew's. I can see images in there. There is images in
there. Yeah, that's
what
I was saying, sis. That there's stuff in it. You can see a lot of stuff in it.
You see, this is the thing. Everybody goes on about Nibiru. Let's talk about Nibiru. Let's bring this subject up. There's something that we've never talked about. Planet 9, Nibiru, right? They say it's behind this. They say it's behind the sun, right? Mm-hmm. And this is the dot that they can see it sometimes, right? What happens if that is Nibiru? What happens if that is some type of intergalactic space station that's behind the sun?
Yeah.
And it's always moving with the sun, so you wouldn't see it only through a satellite photo.
It's very possible.
Yeah. I think there's going to be a big reveal soon. Something major. I think it's going to change human history. Dakota?
If that is Nibiru,
yeah,
the old gods are getting ready to come back.
Yeah.
And not a lot of people realize this, but there's some bits when it comes to Judeo-Christian texts. We're going to start stepping into religion a little bit, but work with me. That's part of the field. If you get offended, grow up. The archangel known as Samael and the being known as Lilith, they were supposed to be Anunnaki king and queen.
That's right.
So they're the ones that started messing with our DNA of what they found here on this planet to bring humans in.
Mm-hmm.
What does that say about everything else?
Sherry, what's your thoughts?
Well, maybe those two species could actually be Adam and Eve.
Yeah.
You say that life started when Adam and Eve took the apple and whatever else. You know what I mean? Like that's when all the stuff come in. How do you know that, like these two beings that you're talking about? How do you know that isn't Adam and Eve?
You see, the Anunnaki and that. What is the deal with the Anunnaki? Well, they know the story goes that they came here and they created humans to be slaves, basically.
As a bit of a slave race, it wasn't that. Obviously, when we think of slaves, we think of hardship, practical torture.
Yeah.
It's completely inhumane. No, they were fairly well treated.
Yes.
It's just that story goes that what beings that we know as Anunnaki, that built the foundation for a lot of the earliest religions.
Mm-hmm.
They came here, messed with what they found, implemented their own DNA into the sequence, which is by some sources where O-type negative blood comes in. O negative blood is supposed to be more abducted more by aliens, apparently.
Yeah, it's meant to.
Yeah.
It makes it more
I don't really know what to say about that, because obviously, like, there's slavery everywhere. Like you said, it's a bit different up there. But, they're a bit different, but...
Aye, but the way it goes is they came here and they engineered us, right?
Yeah.
That's how it's meant to go. But then if you think about it, that there's meant to be humans throughout the galaxy, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what happens if this was our first home, right? Let's go with me here, right? This was our first home. We were engineered here. We became intelligent enough. We were space travelling, which a lot of people do think happened. And then something happened. A great war happened. And the Earth was turned obviously back to what we were today. But those aliens, those humans that were there then, maybe fled Earth and fled to different parts of the galaxy. That's why they're spread out. But people think that the Anunnaki were the ones that genetically modified the 10 apes, and they genetically modified them to become human. And you think about it, I mean, look what humans are doing today. They can actually manipulate, they can change the DNA of a child before it's born to make them perfect, nearly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you think aliens that are hundreds of thousands of years advanced, what those can do?
Well, that's what I'm saying. They're going to be able to do a lot of things. It's like I was on a show the other day, and I was trying to explain about like alien life form. Like, I can't remember whose stream it was on, but somebody was going like, "Well, how could they come here and do this and do that?" I was like having to explain to them, like, we can be connected to them, we can be of their domain and things like that, but we come back here as to do our duty here and things like that. But do you really think that they are really coming to this planet? I said, well, there was enough lights in the sky and there's enough images to show that they're here. And, I said, and I'm having communication with them, yeah? So if that is not an alien, I don't know what the hell I'm talking to then. You know what I mean? Like, 'cause it's not human. It looks like an alien. So do you believe? I said, well, obviously I've got to believe in it, because I talk to him, so of course I believe in him, else I wouldn't be talking to him, would I? So...
No.
Just people are really closed on it, aren't they? They don't really know what to think.
Oh, definitely. See, lately, the UFO reports has went right through the roof. And I mean ridiculously through the roof. I mean, it's at the point now where news anchors and they're taking this serious. They used to laugh at it before and make a joke at it, and now they're taking it serious. I think something's going to happen next year.
They can't hide it anymore.
No, they can't hide it anymore. But I think it's going to come out, and when it does come out, I think it's going to change everything. You know what I mean? They talk about religion. Religion's going to take a hit. Some of the religions is going to take a hit. Like you've got spiritualism and stuff like that. I don't think that'll, because people will still believe in life after death and stuff like that. It's the other religions that are going to take a hit through this. because people think
yeah,
that the
they're
Earth
going to
was
find
made
it hard
in
to
a couple of
process it.
days. Yeah, and it's. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, it was the Catholic Church. The Pope actually commissioned. They've got their own telescope. Mm-hmm. You know that, didn't you? They've got their own telescope, and they actually. And you know, the Pope actually came out and said this years ago, if aliens came to Earth, they would bless them as a Catholic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's. I think they know something.
There's a lot more that they know here than what they let on. You know what I mean? Like, I believe, like, because if you think about it, even though we're not advanced in technology, we do make some pretty cool stuff. Like, you know, like, you can't be that brainy and build that just from your own brain. You know what I mean? There's got to be some other sort of influence helping, sort of thing. I believe that anyway.
Technology that the government have is like 20 years more advanced than what we've got today.
Easily.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And that means that they must have help. They've got to have help.
Of course, I can tell you this for a fact. Certain governments in the world, I'll not name them, have been doing dodgy deals with dodgy aliens. Right? That's where they've got all their technology. You think about it in, 60, 70 years, look where we've jumped. Look at the technology that's jumped since then.
That's what I'm saying, like how forward the technology is going, it's coming from somewhere else. It ain't just coming from our human race. You know what I mean? There's just no chance at all. Right.
It's like the show we did the other day about President Kennedy and how he had a speech saying that the aliens were friendly and they were among us and they were here to help us. If he hadn't been shot and that he had told the world, we would be a galactic. We would be travelling the world right now. This is the time zone we're in. There'd be no more petroleum, there'd be no more oil, there'd be no plastic waste. Cancers would probably be cured. The world would be a totally different place. We'd probably be 300-400 years more advanced than what we are today. And that's
definitely. I believe in that, and like I do believe that they've got a lot of technology and things that are very far advanced, and from some of the stuff that I've seen in my visions and that, like stuff I've never seen. It's like
the comment here, right? It's ignorant to think that we are the only intelligent life forms in the universe. IMO. There's much proof out there. Of course, there's more proof out there. Is that, Lindsay? I mean, there's more proof. There's proof everywhere you look. Everywhere you look, there's proof. You know?
Mm.
It's. What's your thoughts on it, Dakota?
Well, here's a little comment from Drew.
Yeah.
Yes, the Vatican has miles upon miles of catacombs underneath its surface with things unimaginable. We were actually supposed to have a guest on tonight who couldn't make it due to personal matters, who is well versed in this. It is a belief that the Vatican have what they call a chronovisor, which essentially acts as a camera to let you look at any point in time or space. It means if you want to, say, go with the JFK as an example, if you want to go back and watch what really happened, you could use this device. Interestingly enough, that we brought that up, there was an experiment I was going to try to do on my own channel involving JFK and try to do like spirit box sessions. Sure enough, as soon as what sounded like President Kennedy started coming through, all of my gadgets started to malfunction at once.
Yeah.
The files are completely corrupted.
Oh, wow.
I've been trying to fix them for a few days now. I
think when it comes to that, Dakota, I think we need to do a live one night and do it live. And then if it does it again, we'll know then that Because if the 3 years were doing it, or the 4 years with 4 people in here, we could all record it at the same time. So even if you lost your footage, we would still capture something. But you know what YouTube's like, you know what the government's like. They would just shut us down, probably.
It's interesting to say, at least, because I wasn't just running one camera. I was running at least 3 different spirit boxes, audio. All of it came crashing down at once, like something practically just came in and hit me with an EMP, because everything was so messed up with it.
What night was it that you had the encounter with the people outside your house? Was that the night that we had Elena on before we went live?
Yeah, that was one of them.
Yeah.
The other night that he had those people in the car in front of him was the night that I was coming on.
Right. Was that right? So, who do you think they were?
Because he spoke to me previously saying, "Oh, I had some people in this black car sitting outside my house today," and I was like, "Really?"
Yeah. It was I think it was the Men in Black. I think it was.
My camera's gone all right now. That's weird.
Yeah, I think it was the Men in Black, and people say, "Oh, the Men in Black don't exist." That's people say the Men in Black don't exist. The Men in Black is a fictional TV series. They're real. They're a real entity. They are real people.
Not a lot of people know that Men in Black, the inspiration for the movies came from Marvel Comics. Marvel Comics was based on the stories that were going around.
Yeah.
And even if you look at it today, how much is in the movies where you can't trust mainstream media, there's more aliens out there than probably purebred humans.
Yeah.
It's all right there. Yes, in the style of a comedy because it's Will Smith. Chris, that apparently there's members of the Ashtar Command who are fans of Will Smith movies.
No.
I was like, really?
You got to remember a lot of the movies on Earth, right? The movies here are played off of real events, right? They change them slightly and say, "Oh, this is just a fictional thing. This is fictional. But some of it isn't. Some of it's actually real."
I say this to people all the time, like even with the spirit stuff, a lot of the films and stuff you watch are based on true facts and true things that actually have been witnessed or happened. They just make it more not so real, like just so people don't click on to what they're trying to do. But they are giving you little messages out there. People just don't have to be that open to realise there's messages in them films. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's messages everywhere. It's like, what's that film where the guy puts the glasses on and you can see the aliens?
What's it called? I know which one you're talking about. Is it They Live?
They Live, right.
Yeah.
It's like when he puts the specs on, everything's in black and white, and signs that say, like, Toyota say behave, and things that say, like, Goodyear say obey, and it's like built into society, like, that you have to, it's like hypnotism, really. You think about it, you think how hard that is, right? Let's take TikTok, right? There's MDs accidentally went onto TikTok, and then about an hour later you've realised that you've been on it. It's addictive. Because you're flicking through it. It's addictive. It's the same with Facebook. It's the same with YouTube. YouTube not as much, but I would say more Facebook videos, and I would say TikTok, right? It's highly addictive. Once you're in there, I mean, I clicked on it last night to watch one of Dakota's videos, and then 40 minutes had went past, and I must have been through about 100 videos. It's like programming. You think about the TV series that are on the now. It's programming. Yeah, it's programming, everybody.
Yeah, there's this clip I saw floating around on social media. It was commercials out of the 1970s, if I remember correctly. I can't remember what they were for. Completely off-brand. Then all of a sudden, they noticed that they had the text come up that when they slowed it down, something else was there. It was literally spelling out, trust your government for like a brief half second, then it would just fade out, and most people would assume that, okay, that was just a weird effect. No, it clear as day, and what people don't realize is that the human mind is that easy to trick to the program.
Yeah.
Anybody who's dealt with marketing can testify that. It does not take much to completely mess someone up.
Yeah.
I agree.
What's your thoughts, Sherry, in the grand scheme?
I do believe that, like Dakota said, that you can have your mind messed up through images and things like that. Look, they put a lot of, like I said, like with the movies and stuff, they do put messages in there, but if you're not open, you don't take notice. You don't notice these messages. Like, take The Day After Tomorrow, for instance. Yeah, that's the film that I've watched. It's about different seasons. It's things that are changing and all happening at once. What's happening at the minute? There's different seasons coming at weird times. Like, it's November here. Normally in the UK it'd be freezing. It's sunny and everything. Like, all of the seasons. There's things in everything that we watch that shows us what is really going to happen, you know, and like Chris and Dakota think, I do believe that they're going to come back, and I do believe there's going to be a massive reveal to everything and why all this mad stuff is actually happening, like here on the planet, and even people's energies and behaviours changed. Everything's changed. It's not just the planet. We're all changing, and it's really weird. Like I'm not saying I'm the most healthiest person in the world, but I've been finding that I've been getting ill a lot more, and I've been finding this in a lot of spiritual people, that people that are spiritual have been feeling a lot more unwell. Like, it's something bizarre, and for me, I believe that you just need to keep your eyes open, you need to keep looking, and you do need to realise that there isn't just us here. There are other beings, and they are here communicating every day, and it's getting to that point now where the government and people like that can't hide that fact anymore, because they're showing themselves too many times now, and people are seeing it more. And I have noticed, even though it's still slow, people are starting to open up slightly. They are starting to question things, you know what I mean?
I've noticed people are taking the UFO matters a lot more seriously. People that I knew maybe a couple of years ago that would deny aliens existed, deny UFOs, now they're like, ken something, I think there is aliens, and I think there is visiting us, and I'm shocked, because I've never known people like that. I've known these people.
I've had people come in like 4 or 5 years ago in my stream talking about aliens and a lot of people go, oh no, that's nonsense, blah blah blah, and I was like, no, hang on, like, how can you actually think that we're the only life form there isn't? You know what I mean? If you can believe in spirits and ghosts, and you can believe in, reptilians and all this sort of stuff, then why is there not an alien?
Well, see, this is the thing. I know people that, and I'm not going to name names, but I know people out there on the YouTube community, that believe 100% there's life after death, right? But they deny.
I believe that 100%. Even if I believe in alien life, I'm not being funny. I believe that in alien forms, human form, we all die and go on to being something else. Okay, that is just a fact. You know what I mean?
I mean, these people that I know, they're like, believe 100% there's life after death, there's ghosts, there's all that, but see, when it comes to aliens, they downright flat say, oh, there's no such thing, we're the only things.
Exactly. It's like, how do you know that there isn't Christian? How do you know that there isn't Christian alien? How do you know that there isn't pagan alien? I'm not being funny. Why would an alien not follow paganism? Okay, it's about loving the earth. It's about doing this. It's about, how do you know that there's not these sort of forms? What we are down here is what we represent up there, okay? And I believe, even though their world's a much cleaner place, beautiful, they look after them, they love it, they are another being on another planet, okay? Yes. And, them visiting here is because we're no different to them, and they're like, look, you can do this to your planet, you can be like this, you can be healthy, happy, and people don't realise that they all believe these stupid stories that they're dangerous and they're coming to end us. They're not coming to end us at all. They've done it a long time ago.
I think there's been a few times they've actually saved us. I think there's been a few, well, especially with the nuclear missiles getting turned off and stuff like that. I think they've saved us a few times, and I do think if there was another nuclear war, I think they would probably turn them off. I think they would. But see aliens. I mean, some aliens have said, people that obviously have contacted them and been in contact with them, they believe in a higher power. Some of them do. Some of them have said yes. There's
100%.
When you die, you go into a different soul, and we've figured it all out, and they believe the exact same thing. To
be honest, they find what we are very interesting, even though they know who we are. They get angry sometimes at how we treat our planet. When there are spiritual people that, like my guy, I've got my altar and stuff. I've done all my cleaning today. That I've got down in front of my altar. I'm telling you, right? He got down right next to me and was sitting there doing that with me. Like it was weird. Not putting his hand together and praying, but he was there and respecting my belief and what I believe in. And I think it's because over the time he's got to study what I am and what I do. He realises I'm very earth-bound, and I am the earth. I am the earth sign as well. So, and I've got the earth sign shape in moulds on my back as well.
There you go. That's actually very interesting. That is actually very, very interesting.
I've actually got, because like the earth sign is normally like the actual earth sign is like a triangle that goes upside down.
Yeah.
I've got that on my back.
There you go. I think Dakota's thinking about something here. There's something rattling about in his wee cogs are starting to turn. I think something's just clicked in Dakota actually. You know, I think something's just clicked. We'll talk about that in a wee while after the show. But I mean,
that's spiking as well, so it's agreeing with you.
Yeah. Yeah. No. I think. So Dakota, what's your thoughts on what is coming for humanity in the next, say, year or two?
There's actually been. There's a train of thought here. When we had Elena Dane on, she was talking that there's going to be a lot more individual disclosure. What they're going to do is target more people who would be a bit more open to communicating with them. As far as like the CE5 thing, a lot of them, it's like, yes, they're cautious about it because it can send an open invite, just like anything else we know when it comes to spiritualism.
Yeah.
It can then send an open invite for something a bit more negative to take over.
I had that experience the other day because it was a negative energy that it was negative energies that I see there. Like I was like in the place with him, going into the light area. I was walking down this corridor. I'm seeing these doors. I'm seeing this tree of energy again. Then suddenly, it's like a massive black spaceship or something come over them, and I was suddenly there with them in this light, and they're chanting. They're doing weird stuff. You know what I mean? Like, and I believe, and I was partially told that these energies were aware of my visitation to their planet. Okay, so when I come, that's when I was grabbed. So
I think there's some of them, the ones that are here right now, are very curious.
My guy, he just stands there staring all the time.
He's no like the rest. They're like kind of watchers. That's what they do. They're just watchers. It's the other ones. It's like the one behind Dakota and stuff like that. You know, we've all got them. The people in this community, we've all got them. And it's that. So I'm just reading the chat there. Drew wants an alien friend. Drew, we'll see what we can do. We'll put it in. We'll say to them, Drew wants to adopt an alien.
Drew, they're not that bad. Honestly, they're really, really cool.
Yeah.
Once you get to know them.
Oh, it's fascinating. You know, isn't it? Oh, this is fascinating.
Yeah, and we have quite a lot of talks about ufology. Like even when we have in our paranormal shows, we end up talking about UFOs. Even Pups has been talking about UFOs as well. Like
it makes you wonder too. I mean, what if aliens have experienced ghosts?
I think aliens do experience ghosts. I'm not being funny. Even though they're not on the same dimension, they do go through dimensions and different places. Yeah, and I do believe that they could probably see spirit, just as spirit probably can see them. It's a different sort of energy, aren't they? So I very much believe that if they can be connected to the spirit world and be able to take you from the spirit world, I think they can see you as well, to be honest. You know what I mean?
There's a window of time that they have that they can actually intercept a soul and put it into a new body. They have this figured out. So obviously, if they're able to figure that out, they had to realize there was something there in the first place.
Yes.
Yeah. And they've got loads of technology, so they probably learned how to communicate with spirit before we even did.
Oh my! You think there'll be races in this universe that are millions of years old, hundreds of millions of years old, that are still kicking about the universe, doing their thing right now, and they'll know everything. They'll know what began, how it will end, where we're going. They'll know everything.
Yeah, like to me, I think like when I look at aliens, I look at them more of like a higher power. Okay, because like even though they are up here, they're up there as well. You know what I mean? And I do believe that they are a higher power, like the Lord and everything else. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I do believe that they've got the techniques to be able to see the past and the future and what's going to happen. Definitely.
Some of them have been mistaken for gods in the past. Some of them have acted like gods in the past, deliberately, to make people think. You take the Mayans. Look at the Mayans. They've got stone drawings of like ships coming out the clouds. And
do you know that there's a really weird thing, because in one of my experiences that I had recently, my guy took me back to this white room. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're walking down this corridor, and I'm looking at all these white doors with circles in them, and we're walking, and I'm looking and everything. And we get to this white room. And he wouldn't let me go in, but I was able to look through the mirror, and I could see all this colourful energy moving around in the room. And it said human emotion. And I went, what is that? Why has that got human emotion on it? It goes, when we take you and we abduct you, I said, yes. It goes, we have special tools where we can take a human's emotion, okay? And I was like, what do you mean by that? And he goes like, we will show you things that will make you show your different emotions, and we take a bit of that because they're trying to implant on a way to make a human race a more pure race, not the way that we are now. So they're actually gathering human emotion and putting them into these cylinders and releasing them in this room. And there's all these different emotions and different colour and everything. It's nuts. They use things from us to make so they can study and learn.
We are very rare in the entire universe. There's no many beings like us.
And that's what he said. He goes, you're special. And the thing is like, some of you are pure and some of you are good, and some of you try to bring the good in this world and everything. He goes, but there's a lot of you that need to learn. And, you should have been a pure energy. You should have all been pure energies. That's what you was formed to be. But sadly, things happened that made us the completely opposite way. So when they're abducting us and they're doing this stuff, they're not just doing that. They're taking little things from our brain readings, from our emotions, from our blood. They're taking all these different things to try to form a better form of a human.
Yes.
If that's in this life or in the next life, they are planning on trying to make this so this world is looked after, and so we look after ourselves.
There is the other ones, the other races out there that are bad.
Oh yeah.
But they've been kind of chased off. They're still here, but they're only concerned about genetic modification. I don't know why, but there's stuff that I've learned.
Yeah, well, my guy said, like, obviously, like you're saying, I know there's good and bad, and he was going, we're not doing it for the bad reason, we're doing it to try and make you better, or to make you a better being, so that when you're living, you're not actually killing your world, you're not doing these bad things, you're actually in sync with us then. You'll understand from our point of view, then you'll understand about life better. And I'm like, what do you mean life better? He goes, and he said to me, how can you relate to other beings if you don't believe in yourself?
Yeah.
He goes, so we collect your emotions. We'll show you things we know that are going to affect you, images and that, and that's how we take your emotion. We'll capture it.
Yeah, the human race is on a precipice. They're about to change forever.
Yeah.
And the next year or two, everything's going to change. Everything people are doing right now, everything's going to change. Things are going to totally change on the face of this earth. It was a human emotion testing room. There you go.
I've got loads of bits, like just little facty bits.
My goodness, you've been writing away there.
Yeah, there's loads.
See, this is the thing, when Sherry gets to it, she can remember. When we get to it, we can't remember a thing.
I'll do it, and some of it I don't remember, but then he will recall that to me and speak to me about it. I'll say about the things that I see, and then he'll explain to me in a little bit more detail. Because at first he was really reluctant to be talking to me openly, but he's becoming a lot more open to me now. I think it's because he's getting to realise my abilities and what I am, and that I genuinely do care about their well-being and learning people about them.
You've been chosen for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I think Dakota's just clacked what it is, but
and it's like he even said to me about the neglected star, because I said, what is the neglected star? He was going, they're stars of energy that connects like the planets and connects the faiths and connects the beings. And I was like, okay. He goes, so in each planet that we've got these special stars that form and make the Earth live, or make another planet live. Those neglected stars are not like normal stars. They're stars that are needed. If we didn't have them, we wouldn't be able to survive.
Yeah, you wouldn't exist.
And I was like, what? Okay. And he said that they are connected to the tree thing that I see on this spaceship. The energy source comes from them stars. That's how they are able to do what they do.
Yes.
Up there.
Yeah. So Dakota, would you like to... Will we say about asking questions for our guest? We've got a pre-record. It'll be in the comment section at the... What section's that in YouTube where you can put comments? What is it? The community? We're going to be asking. Yeah, Dakota will tell you all about that.
Yes, because scheduling is a complete hag with this particular guest. She's just that popular lady. We are doing a pre-recorded session.
Yeah.
So those of you who follow this show who want to get your questions answered about UFOs, see what her side of things are, we're going to set up a community page, a spot on the YouTube channel. You can also message us through our social media, your questions, so that way we can forward them onto her when we do the session. We'll be recording Monday, right, Chris?
Yeah, Monday 10 p.m. But we'll be uploading it into Patreon, aren't we? And then it'll come up onto YouTube how many days later?
Yes. What we're going to do, we're going to record it through our Patreon. If you go support us there, you can actually get access to the pre-recorded interviews early. Whenever we have that come up. Then, what do you say? We put that out on the 1st. That's our next.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll put it out on the regular channels on the 1st, so that way everybody can listen in.
So if you want to be there early, be the first one to comment on the video or whatever, you'll have to go through Patreon. But then, if you want to just wait, and it'll be uploaded on YouTube. So there you go. It's been a good night tonight, hasn't it?
Yeah, very good.
I think Dakota's actually found something out that he's been wondering for a while.
More pieces are starting to fit. That's what it is.
More pieces. So guys, we've got Brian J. Laverty on and Saturday night. That should be interesting. And Sherry, what time's your live on Friday?
10 p.m. UK time, wasn't it?
Yep. So
Yep.
We'll see
That's
you
about
there,
3 o'clock for me. So alright.
So guys, thank you for coming. Remember, check us out on Spotify and all the other locations, and remember, subscribe for more alien fun.
Of course.
Catch you later guys, and thank you. Bye.